Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldus and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show. We're ready to go here. It's Friday Night Flies, and boy do we have something special to announce today. Ain't that right, Scotty?
Yeah.
Today, actually last night, we got a very, very important package in the mail, and I want to show you this guy here, right here. Anyhow, you guys know what that box is. That is one
snake killer.
The best, if not the best, rotary vise on the market right now. The Griffin Montana Mongoose. And I'll tell you one thing, we're very happy to have this on our show this week. This is going to be the new vise. We used to have a world, you've probably seen, if you guys followed us at all, we used to have just a stationary cam lock Griffin, something I've had for, I'd say, close to 15 years. Still worked like it was brand new. But while we're doing the demonstrations, it's kind of nice to be able to do the rotary.
Look at that, sweet.
And it stays in the same location.
Yeah.
Eh? That's pretty darn sweet, isn't it? Anyhow, we're super excited. There's lots to learn about this vise for myself too, which is kind of nice. It's challenging a bit, but once you get everything all settled in there, it's pretty slick. Anyhow, today we've got another little fly put together for, it's a wet fly. Last week we did a wet fly nymph, the Sussex wet fly nymph.
Using that sexy
feathers
we got.
The Sussex chicken, spotted chicken, or the spotted Sussex chicken. Anyhow, we got that right eventually. But anyhow, I'm going to tie another little wet fly with this this feather. It's been nice to see a lot of feedback. There's been lots of people coming by and bringing their little Ziploc bags and picking up some feathers. Nothing like getting a free feather to tie some flies, and come on by. We've still got a few kicking around. Bring your Ziploc. 1380 Birch Street, downtown Pemberton. Spud Valley Sporting Goods. Anyhow, we're going to get right to tying this fly. It's not a very complicated one, as you can see. If you want to, I'll give it a slow roll now that we can. Look at that thing, man. Guaranteed. So this pattern right here, we're going to use in shallows, on the shoals, and weed beds. That's gonna knock their boots off. We're going to get tied. Anyhow, so we're starting out with a size 10 dry fly hook.
Tuck your bling in your shirt there.
Oh, is it lining
Gangster.
up? Is it lining up perfect with the hook?
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to show everybody that
shiny.
I'm rich.
There we go.
All right, there. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, so what I'm gonna pretty well tie this entire fly with the Superfly Super Glitter thread in black. So we're gonna start out with the Super Glitter thread, wrap her on the shank, and this is gonna do pretty well the entire body. Cut off that little bit of a tag on the back. I've got another really good fly today for us too. So we're gonna work it up pretty well right to the head. And you know, for all you guys that like making sure that you've got completely uniform flies, and you like spending hours tying flies, I've got a little trick to uniform this body we're going to show you here yet. And I think I've figured out how other people do it, because I've tried with my bobbin with yarns and everything to get that smooth, beautiful, silky finish. And I think I got her figured out. So anyhow, we're going to work this body up here. Just going to bulk it up at super speed. You don't want to get it too crazy, but you want to have something there that the fish can sink their teeth into, and if they miss it, they're going to come back, because this super glitter thread is actually pretty supple. It's soft, but it gives off a nice shimmer. I'll show you here. I'm not spending too much time worrying about how uniform it is. How's it looking there, Scotty, in the camera? Looking pretty good?
Fantastic.
So, it's a lot of wrapping. I'm a professional wrapper at high speeds. So, I'm just about got the contour that I'm looking for. About that there. Perfect. At that point,
taper to the head. Nice.
it's not too bad, eh?
Good.
Okay, at this point we're going to take that olive and we're going to wrap it the opposite way. Try to keep it as uniform as you can. Working her back up the body, the old ribberoonie. See in the description, I talked a little bit of what we're going to resemble with this fly. And I figured this would do a nice emerging mosquito or an emerging damsel or mayfly, not so much a damsel, but a mayfly. A merger would be good. At this point, what I'm going to do is I've got Superfly's Superlac head cement. This one's been with me for quite a while. The stuff lasts a long time. And it's got its own applicating needle. At that point, I'm just going to give her a little bob right across the back. And that's just going to make this thing uniform.
And durable.
And durable, you got her. So, especially the fish that I catch, they're enormous and they've got big teeth. Scotty knows what I'm talking
Shark
about.
of the,
He's
of the
he's
trout
been
world, eh?
he's fished with me enough to know that I catch nice fish. So I'm just gonna breathe on this with my bad breath for a couple seconds just to hard it up. Because you don't want to go to the next stage and have everything stick to it. So that Superlac dries really quick.
Gives it a little extra sheen.
Yeah, you picked that up right away, didn't it?
Makes that glitter pop.
Okay, so now that we're at that point, I've got this beautiful bronze olive grizzly dub. I'll work a little bit of that onto the thread here. I'm going to work this back just a little bit first. There we go, we're going to go there. At that point, just going to work her onto the thread. You don't want to go too heavy with this stuff. You don't really need to. It's just a supple little dry or a wet fly. You can make them look really buggy if you want to, but you really don't need to. Because you'll see that hackle that I put on. That's nice, supple, soft hackle from the spotted Sussex. Definitely brings it together. So at that point, I've dug through my little bag of spotted Sussex feathers. I just about threw that one on the floor. But you want to come up with something about that size. And being that this is a size 10 dry fly hook, it gives you an idea. And I wish I could show you guys. I've got a little hackle gauge here from Griffin as well. I don't know if I've got one on the shelf here.
No.
I should, but anyhow, there's a little hackle gauge here. It gauges feathers to the size of the hook that you're using. And this one here bends out on the hackle gauge at about a size 8, which is a little bit bigger for a dry fly hook on a size 10. So, but the thing is we're not using it as a dry fly, we're using it as a wet fly. So you kind of need that little extra length just to kind of fold back over the body. And you'll see how this looks here in a half second. Typically you'd have all this stuff ready. So that way, separate it, tie it in at the tip. So at that point, we're going to wrap it around, lock it down. Nice and pretty. Okay, so take your nice sharp scissors, and I'm just going to cut that little tag off the front end here. And I have had too much coffee today.
You got the boulder shakes.
Yeah. That's a nice thing about having too much coffee. Sometimes you get a little shaky. Okay, so you clean that up. You got that beautiful spotted Sussex feather. I'm going to put it in the old hackle plier. How's that looking, Scotty?
Starting to look good.
And wrap that up right up behind that dubbing ball that I had. Pull a bit of this stuff back and then wrap it forward. Ooh, that feathers. What's going on there, Scotty?
I was just playing with the focus there. It's a little different with your blue. There we go.
So you're just going to pull that back a little bit, and at that point, we're ready to lock it down. That's the thing with tiny little dry fly hooks, man. You got to be pretty steady with this stuff, because when you got that camera zoomed in on you, it shows everything. So you can kind of see it looks a little sparse right now, but when you take that little Sussex Feather in your fingers, you just pull it back like so, and you get that head. Just keep working it back. You're not going to get all of them, but you're going to try and get most of them. And the ones that you don't get, I'll show you a little trick here. It's called, take your nice sharp scissors and cut them as short as you can at first, and then the little nubs that are left, they clean up pretty quick. So, oh, look at how that just cleaned it right up, eh, Scotty? Now,
good.
Put this little whip finishing tool on there, and this fly's about to be going out to the lake to catch me some fish. Lock her down. Okay, so cut this guy off nice and short. With these little dry flies, I always recommend putting just a dab of head cement, especially if you're using these super glitter thread. You'll find that it's got a little bit of life to it. So at that point, lock her down with a little head cement. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, the Sussex wet fly. Whoo! That thing, I'm excited to fish that thing.
That's good looking.
Hey, isn't that good looking,
Yeah.
Scotty? How's it look on the camera?
Do your hand behind it.
Right in behind?
There we go. Maybe not with your hairy knuckles, but yeah.
Oh. Well, at least I don't have a hairy palm.
There you go.
Hey?
Perfect. Look at
Notice
that,
that, guys?
Looking good.
There's not many guys that are married that don't have a hairy palm.
That's for the young kids.
Hey, how's that look?
That's awesome.
Hey, looks good.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll do the old slow roll with my other hand in behind there. Isn't that? Look at that. Hey,
Nice.
isn't that something special?
Hey, that lacquer on the body looks good.
It's a big improvement. I know. I messed around with it and I tied it as like without. This is the original, right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but
Yep. Oh yeah.
I tied it with.
That's unlacquered.
That's unlacquered.
No,
Plus,
lacquered.
I didn't have the dubbing in behind the collar there.
Yeah.
Or in
Yeah,
behind
and
the hackle.
definitely, like you said, when you're using that glitter thread, it's pretty fragile. It only takes about
Yeah.
one fish or
One
two
or two fish.
and it's destroyed. So
But
that
I'll tell you
lacquer will
one
help.
thing. If you can you see the smile on my face behind that camera?
No.
No.
But here, we'll go up top,
Okay.
and then we can see the smile. on your
I'm
face.
I'm telling you right now. Partially, I'm smiling because I'm using this new mongoose vise. And if you guys are in the market for a new vise, go check out the Griffin mongoose, man. The Montana mongoose is pure badass.
Yeah.
And if you look at that little box down the bottom here, you'll see how true it stays. And I really haven't messed with this thing too much. It's right out of the box.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're tying
Yeah,
bigger
it's-
salmon flies
It's always
or...
going to change with the size of hook you put
Yeah.
in.
But I mean, right out of the box.
But we eyeballed it up and. Man,
Right out of the box, man. I tell you, I'm going to be doing that a lot. I'm really excited. And I'd like to say thank you
I guess
to...
you've gone from a stationary.
Oh
to a
man,
rotating.
this is a big
It's like
big
a
thing for me.
kid in
This
the
is a
candy
big
store.
upgrade. This is a big upgrade.
Big
So,
upgrade.
anyhow, we'd like to thank Superfly and Griffin. Thank you so much. You guys help us make the show what it is today, and thank you so much. And I'd like to thank the followers too, man. We're growing in popularity because of you guys watching, and I'd like to thank you for that too. It's awesome. Anyhow,
Perfect.
we've got a great show for you guys tonight. Scotty's up here with what are you tying? You're going to be tying
A pink salmon
a
fly.
pink salmon fly. For all you that are waiting for that pink salmon fly that Scotty's got, he's got a doozy. Anyhow, we'll be right back.